Probably one of the most important verses on worship comes from Romans 12:1. He says, I appeal to you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present what? Your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your spiritual act of worship. Look what he says there, that you're to worship God not just with your heart, not just with your mouth, not just with your mind, but you're to worship God with your body. Because God cares about the body. Like when I get asked one of the reasons, why do you worship the way that you do? One of the things that I say is because I am not a Gnostic. You say, well, what is Gnosticism? Gnosticism was a heresy that was denied by the church in the 300s. What Gnostics would teach is that the body and the soul are disconnected, and what you do with your body doesn't matter because the only thing that matters is your soul. That Jesus did not resurrect the physical body, he resurrected as a soul, and therefore the whole goal of the human life is to discard the body so we can go to heaven where we float around as souls and spirits. That's a Gnostic heresy that was denied by the early church. But yet somehow that idea still creeps in people's minds today that what we do with our body doesn't matter. That what we do with our body is not important to God. But the Bible presents it different, that we are to love God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and our strength. This is why Paul elsewhere says that our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, sexual sin is the only sin that a person commits against their body because God cares about the body. The church needs to have a healthy theology around the body, that we don't just worship God in our hearts. We don't just worship God in our minds. We don't just worship God with our mouths. No, we worship God as a holistic human being, a full body experience, because when we die at the resurrection of the dead, upon the second coming and the new heavens and new earth, you will receive a resurrected body. God cares about your body, and God cares what you do with your body. And so use your body as an act and a way in which you are to worship God.